Welcome to episode 21 of the World of Screens podcast. On today's show, a very special episode of the World of Screens podcast today. We're breaking down arguably the most viral show of 2025 and the last few years, The Summer I Turned Pretty. My name is Nick LeBarrow. I'm the founder and film editor of World of Screens. And today, because I have not seen an episode of this TV show, I don't know anything about it, I thought I'd bring in two experts, two self-proclaimed to me experts of The Summer I Turned Pretty. We got Ashlee Pradella, the awards editor at World of Screens. How you going, Ash?
I am going great, although slightly traumatized by the finale of this show, but I'm going to talk about it.
All right. And with me in the room, I've got Rhiannon Newberry, first-time contributor to World of Screens, also my partner, IOL. You would have heard her in the monthly movie marathon episodes from the After series, another romantic adventure, cinematic venture, that one. But someone who in this house has not missed an episode of The Summer I Turned Pretty every Wednesday night for the last 11 weeks. And I haven't sat down and spoken with you about it yet. So Rhiannon Newberry's here. Hello, Rhi. How are you?
Hello, everyone. We're good, thank you. I'm excited to be here. I wouldn't say I'm an expert. I'm just very passionate about it.
I think you're the expert in this household.
Yes, I'd take that title.
I feel like you might be the expert here as well, because I'm assuming you've probably read the books. Is that right?
I was hoping that you would have read this.
Well, I've definitely watched a lot of TikToks that were putting the audio book over the scene, so I feel like a bit of an indication of what was happening. But yeah,
I actually have seen a few of those TikToks myself, where it's like, this is the part where they would have said this and we didn't get it, which I was like, well, disappointed we didn't get that.
100%.
This is exactly why I brought both of you onto this episode, because there is zero I can contribute here.
Once.
Probably maybe the audience is happy just not to hear my voice for a couple of minutes.
Well, what I want to know is, do you know anything about this show? Surely, you know something.
I know Team Conrad and Team Jeremiah is a thing.
Do you know they're brothers?
I think so. I think I knew that.
Because that's maybe weird, traumatizing part of the show, but also what makes it hot. So.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Well, over dinner before I was going over it to Rhea, I was like, okay, so Belly has a dead mum, right? She's like, no, mum's alive. She has a dead dad. I was like, no, he's alive. And I was like, where's her trauma? What's the trauma?
I'm a dead mum.
Now, her trauma is that her, auntie, who is Susanna, the boy's mom, is not her real auntie, just friend auntie, is dead. So that was traumatizing for her. But yeah.
Right. Okay. So there was a little bit of trauma because it's not a young adult novel turned TV adaptation in the 2020s without a little bit of trauma for the characters.
No, and her parents are divorced and
it's pretty traumatic.
Yeah, or separated.
I'm confused with what was even going on there. They've been separated, but then they kind of got back together.
Yeah.
It's made they broke up again. So
yeah.
I can't keep track. Yeah.
No, I can't either.
Well, I hope you kept a little bit of track, because I'm going to be asking questions about season 3, because I want to get reactions. I want to get theories. There was some massive news announced about The Summer I Turned Pretty today, which we'll get into. But first and foremost, we'll start with Ash. What were your initial thoughts and reactions for the season as a whole? How did we feel about season 3 of The Summer I Turned?
I gotta say, I loved this season. I thought this was a 10 out of 10 season.
Wow.
Yeah, look, this is probably my favorite of any of these, teen drama-y kind of shows. And this is including Gossip Girl, The OC, all of those classics. I was so hooked into this. And I even went back and rewatched season 1 and 2 because I was just so obsessed.
I did that before this third season, actually.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel it's you just I was just urging for more of these characters. I love them so much. And it was definitely a bit of a slower season, but then we kind of got a really we got a few amazing episodes, and there was just so much happening, so much passion and emotion, and I was in heaven. I loved it.
All right. So it's that season from Ash. Ray, what were your thoughts? What was your initial reaction?
I have to agree. I think this is my favorite season they've done so far.
Yeah.
I feel like the second season, to me, I don't know what happened, but I kind of lost track. And when I rewatched it, I had a newfound appreciation for it.
Oh, no.
Strangely. But I think third season's definitely my favorite. I agree. There's just a lot more passion. I think because it's a bit more adult. They're grown up a bit more.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think the themes are a bit more adult too, which I guess is more relatable. for us adults.
How old are we talking in season? Like, where season 1? How old are they
Two.
now?
So
Okay,
that she's maybe like 16 in season 1.
Yeah, it's
a decent chunk of.
like it's years.
Adolescent. Okay, all right.
Yeah, well, because
Like-
basically the jump between season 2 and 3, I believe, is 4 years. They're like, it's 4 years and they've been together, her and Jeremiah,
Yeah.
together for 4 years.
Because they've done college, like, you know what I mean? Like, they've done uni together.
I was curious about that as well because there are many times, usually it's Ree coming in, walking in when I'm watching movies and like the most fucked up part of the movies there. I walked in on a fair few sex scenes of this show. And Ree watches this in the bedroom. So I've walked in and there's horniness on the television. I'm like, what is this filth and smut? She's like, it's so damn pretty. And I'm like, oh wow, this is where we're at. They're not teenagers anymore, these guys. Okay.
Definitely not. Yeah, honestly, I haven't been like obsessed with like characters in a show or movie since probably 50 Shades of Grey. And I'm not saying that this is like the same level of like smart or whatever you want to call it, but I was just locked in so hardcore, like obsessed.
I think they created like a lot of intensity and build up, which I think a lot of the other seasons, like they had elements, but this season felt the most like there was times where I was just like, oh my God, just do it. Like you're killing me. And it was good. It was a good tease.
Okay.
100%.
So reactions to the season as a whole. Let's talk about the finale. So we're 11 episode season, and the finale was very touted, like very anticipated. What was it a satisfying finale? First and foremost, were we happy with where this was?
Okay, yeah. I feel like I was definitely satisfied, but I was disappointed by a few things, and not even like things that like weren't done in the finale. Just maybe like the character of Belly. I was quite frustrated at some of like the way she treated Conrad in a few scenes, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Like, I don't know. It felt like she was trying to someone not different, but I think she was like trying to prove a point to herself, but it was almost like, I don't know, I'm like, just treat like he's coming to you bearing himself, just like accept him if you love him. I don't know. It just,
yeah, it was like, there is this point where she's very much like, oh, well, you know, I'm not just going to go back with you. And it was like almost like she had like too much pride or something.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
it didn't feel, which is good because then obviously, as we know, no spoilers, at the end, she comes to terms with how she's actually feeling.
I think we can spoil it. This is the definitive, like,
okay,
we are
good.
putting our feelings about this out in the world.
Here.
Great though, actually, like, because I was watching that particular scene, and I was kind of like, what is going on? And I guess that's why they probably did it, right? Because they wanted it to have that effect, but it didn't feel, I don't know. I agree. It felt more pride, and she just wanted to say, I'm making this decision, and, you know, I'm not choosing you for once, do you know? Like,
for sure. And I do think like one benefit of that scene was then that there had to be a scene of her like then choosing him. So we kind of got two sides of it where like he came to Paris for her, but then she ran after him to get to the train for him. So they both kind of like came together, and that's nice. Like I love that. But also, you know, like one really big thing over social media I've seen is like how badly treated Conrad has been this whole season. Everyone's so sad and like emotional for him. And then for her to basically like tear his heart out, I was devastated. I was so it was so sad. And I was just like, fuck, I don't know how I can even like we can come back from this. Like, Belly, what the fucks?
yeah. I wonder if that was like, because I was thinking the same, and I was like, but to be fair, like Conrad also really didn't treat Belly well. Like, you know what I mean? Like with that whole, sorry.
Pause here for a second. Is Conrad the guy everyone was rooting for though? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say yes.
Okay.
But
Agree.
I'm aware of this team.
it feels like Jacob and Edward at as far like you either team Jacob or team Edward. Do you know what I mean?
Really a good comparison because like, yes, there was team Jacob and Edward, but like there was never really any team Jacob. Like that was just never an option. And I feel the same way.
Or
Like,
Edward.
he like, you know, Conrad was always her love. I like from season 1 and I had no idea what was going to happen. I was just like, they are meant to be together. So
Interesting.
yeah, frustrating, but yeah, I don't know.
Can I ask again? This is by the way, I'm smelling spin-offs series here right now. You guys, I think I'm not going to be hosting any episodes of podcast after this. Did Belly and Conrad get together?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and we're happy with that.
Yes.
Personally, yes, I am. Yeah. Although, again, after she treated him like absolute shit for so long, and I know Ree was saying, "Oh, well, Conrad treated her like shit." Like, my argument to that is that like his mother was literally dying of
Yeah.
cancer.
Yeah.
So
He had a
yeah,
bit more on.
yeah, exactly right.
And he was,
know,
yeah. I think you're right. He's trying to navigate his own feelings as well. Like, and he could not, like, I don't know. I think,
young as well. He was probably
Yeah.
like, what, 19 at the time.
yeah.
Like,
Boys can have feelings now. We're in 2025. That's the best part. Boys can.
Like he said, he tried everything in his willpower to not love her, and he could not. You know, he always loved her.
That was beautiful.
It's beautiful.
So if we're so happy, and I don't mean to sound cynical when I ask this, if we're so happy the fact that Belly and Conrad have gotten together, we get this massive romantic thing in Paris. Today's announcement that this story is not over and we are getting a continuation movie of The Summer I Turned Pretty.
nice segue. Yeah.
How do we feel about that? Is there more story to tell?
I feel like good and bad. So yes, there's more story to tell because I know for a fact that at the end of the book they get married, and I believe it's like one sentence. It's literally like we're married now and we're happy or something. But they did not show that. They didn't even like allude to the fact that they were married at the end of this. So I think a lot of people were like, surely there's going to be like a Christmas special or a movie or something.
Ooh.
My issue, I guess, with bringing a movie back is that every time you have like a new movie or a show, you have to have some element of drama. This is not going to be like the happy epilogue kind of movie. It's going to be like Sex and the City movie where it's like they break up or something. And I'm like, Conrad did stuff. Like, I want these people to just be together. So I guess my question is like, what the hell is the conflict going to be? And that makes me so nervous.
I want to know what the theories are. Like, we'll get into that. How do you feel about the finale though? What's under this movie that's going to continue on?
No, I actually fully agree with you, Ashley, because I had the same thought. I was like, agreed, to make a full movie, you need to have some drama.
Yeah.
And there's got to be some Conrad and Belly drama. I'm hoping it's trivial.
Me too. Like, if it has anything to do with Jeremiah, then like the movie can get fucked, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I want Jeremiah anywhere near her now. It's
Yeah.
the whole thing is fucked, honestly. I mean, yeah, like Nick doesn't understand.
No.
But I love the passion.
No.
Yeah.
No, I am excited for the movie because I love a continuation.
Sure.
And
I just like characters, right? Like,
yeah.
them.
And to be fair, I think like the stuff I've seen on social media was like people were disappointed that they weren't all together at the end either. Like you didn't see the other characters and like what they were doing. Yeah, it was just them.
Like scene at like that dinner party where like there's like this big reunion of everyone, but they're like the two characters not there. So I can't understand that complaint. Yeah.
Yeah, and I agree because it was kind of like, yeah, we're together and we're at the house at Cousins, which was really nice. But yeah, and I'm excited. I think you're right. It'll either be a Christmas special or it'll be like Belly's birthday at Cousins or something like that. And they'll have to return,
I'm hoping it's their wedding. Like, I don't know, but yeah, I guess just regular wedding trivial shit. Maybe.
Do we want like the wedding to open up the film and then we have drama afterwards, or do we want the drama leading into the wedding?
That's a really good question. I would actually rather like it's because this whole season was basically about the wedding. Ellie and Jeremiah, his brother, Conrad's brother. So I would actually prefer that we don't have like another whole like wedding thing with the movie. I'd actually want it to be like a wedding.
Is that the one scene I saw where they were doing the lunch and then called off? Okay, no,
Yes.
dude, there was a scene that I did watch in which a wedding was called off.
Yes.
Very emotional scene.
I think it would be an easy movie if it was about their wedding and the lead up and maybe like, Jeremiah coming to terms that he was gonna, what I mean, like bring back the past again.
Right.
But yeah, I'm intrigued, and also I just want to say I'm interested that they put Jeremiah and Denise together. That I personally didn't see it.
We almost had a spit take.
Me and G, like we were like maybe he'll lean into his bisexuality because do we remember he was bisexual at one point?
I do, season 1. I love that.
So I was like, maybe we'll get a guy in Jeremiah's life,
Wait, Jeremiah's bisexual?
Yes, he is.
Interesting. Yeah. There we go. Not explored enough, you reckon?
It's a notable mention, but I think it's just interesting that they kind of teed Denise and him up together at the end.
So there's excitement but trepidation. He
Yeah.
wants to.
Yeah, that's how I take it.
It is. It still feels like it's a while away too, because they literally just announced it as well. To like, they did a premiere. Oh, well, they did a screening for the episode, and then everyone left the screening. They had on a big billboard the summer I turned pretty the movie, which is a pretty cool way to announce it. I actually think that's bad.
Yeah.
Filmed it yet? Part of
I
it?
don't know. I haven't looked at it deep in. Which is
Yeah,
still
I
my
don't
one.
know anything really. I don't think there's anything that's been told about it.
Mm.
But I hope they're not going to take too long. I guess like maybe next summer, so maybe a year away would be my guess.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're pumping out 11 hours of TV, how long's it been between seasons?
About a year in between
Okay.
each one, I would say.
Yeah.
And they'll pump it out. So we got excitement, we got trepidation. We're looking forward a lot. So let's look back. What was each of your favorite moment from this season? Is there a scene? Is there a moment that sticks out as a highlight?
For me, it's probably the scene on the beach when Conrad like reveals his love to Belly. I feel like we had been basically I don't think it was like maybe episode 7 or 8. And we just gone through so many episodes of being like, oh, I'm so over fucking Jeremiah. Like, we need some action here to happen. And then it did, and it was amazing. So, yeah, that's for me.
No, I agree, because that was such a big build up. I think another scene for me that really stood out was I loved when Stephen found out that Jeremiah cheated on Belly.
After the like conversation between him and Taylor. Yeah.
Yes, because I mean, that wasn't it, but just adding to yours, I definitely agree with your scene. But I think like for me, I was just like, I just want Stephen to know. Like I was sick of him, trying to defend Jeremiah when we didn't even realize his sister had been cheated on.
Is that why the wedding was called off? Because of the cheating? Or there was a lot of other things?
Nah, not really. Strangely not, no.
Yeah, right.
Because then
Did he cheat? Did he cheat?
Connie kind of had a moment too, so
Did he cheat on Belly with a guy or a girl?
a girl.
A girl, yeah. What the hell? Why isn't he with more guys?
I don't know.
Great opportunity to explore that more, to get that bisexuality really out there.
Right.
Who was our season 3 MVP? Who was the character who you were like from season 1, episode 1 to 11? You're like, I fuck with that person. They're the best.
I gotta say, for me, it was Conrad. This was like another whole level of him, and the way that he played it, it was just so hot, and really just cared so much about Belly and her like feelings and everything. Like there were so many scenes where he always put her first. Like he went and spoke to her mom to try and get her involved in the wedding and all these different things. And obviously he like ultimately blew up the whole wedding, but like he had to put himself first. And I'm so glad he did that because again, fuck Jeremiah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hashtag fuck Jeremiah.
Agree. I feel like he's shown the most growth. He was humble. He got help. He's really working on himself.
So he's expressing emotions, he's vulnerable, and he's attractive.
Yeah, I know.
In therapy. Like
He's in therapy.
This is not a real...
No, he
as
does.
well, okay? He's a doctor.
I
was
I was also thinking you know what, Taylor for me had because I haven't really like not cared for her, but like like I've always enjoyed her, but I didn't think that much of her. But I really was like impressed when she kind of put Belly in her place and was like, are you really going to do this? Like, when she was talking to her about Jeremiah and the wedding and she's like, Belly, like, what are we doing? Like
Yeah, I 100% agree. I actually like actively disliked her character in the other 2 seasons. She was like a very almost like selfish character. Like, look at me. And this season I was actually like, yeah, she's actually a true friend who cares about her best friends and is standing up for them. So
yeah,
I'd love to see that.
Oh, good.
So
Yeah.
I would say this isn't a person, but the MVP for this season was definitely the music for me.
Oh my God.
Every single episode, I have not stopped listening to Dress, just so everyone knows here. I literally Dressed by Taylor Swift.
Oh my God. And like, okay, I just have to say, the moment where like the pause and he's like, I've dreamt of this. I like,
yes, I know. Well, I was going to say that was my favorite moment of the season, but I was like, that seems a bit too soon. So
I want to go and rewatch this episode again right now. Honestly, it was that good.
yeah, it is great. I probably will.
I feel like I'm living through it right. Like I feel like I'm getting the tone and the vibe,
energy,
the atmosphere, yeah, from all of it. So maybe I don't have to watch it, but I dare say one day I'll probably be forced to watch it. Amazon coming out with all the cash for that, they're licensing those songs too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how they did that because like
Bezos
Taylor
money.
Swift songs, like holy shit. I mean,
I don't know if this is real, but I saw that what's her name? Jenny, is it?
Tan.
Yeah. She wrote to Taylor, or reached out to Taylor being like, hey, like I've written these books based like listening to your music at certain points, you know, and
love
obviously
it.
Taylor was like, well, that sounds fab.
There's some pretty cool stories.
Love that.
Makers out there who've done that for some banger movies. So hey, right with heart.
And there was at least 2 Taylor Swift songs like every episode, and not even just like little songs, like big songs.
Agreed. And they use like the perfect needle drop for that moment.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So that's our season 3 MVP. Who was the MVP for the series? We'll close out on this. Who was the character of that summer?
Belly.
We're Belly fans. Yeah.
Yeah,
Belly.
look, she definitely like annoyed me quite a bit this season, but like ultimately she's the heart and soul of the show. She's so beautiful. You know, she makes a lot of mistakes, but she kind of learns from them. And yeah, I just think she is like a pretty talented actress, and I honestly hope that I see like all of these actors kind of like having a pretty good career after this, because I'm a big fan.
Is it Lola Tung?
Lola
Is
Lola Tung.
I saw some. She came to Australia with Jenny and someone else. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Was it-
Taylor.
Okay.
Yeah.
To launch the series here, I saw a few interviews, and she's very charismatic, and she's like very well spoken, like in the interviews, and obviously cares a lot about the character. And yeah, I think it should be
I
very.
saw that she
very cool.
has been signed up. Well, she's doing some horror movie, so that's positive.
It's a good way to. That's hey.
Right.
If anyone's been listening to episodes of this show the last few weeks, Ash and I talking about our love for horror.
Love it.
We'll see some Lola Tung in there soon. Lola Tung?
I think it's Tung.
Tung, sorry.
Yeah, Tung.
Series MVP, agree.
I would agree with Belly, although she really annoys me, but I think that's like any good female protagonist in any of these type of series. I also think, I don't know why, but Susanna is ringing my head. I think because even though she wasn't always on the screen all the time, she was always a presence.
Yeah, she had such a presence in the show.
Yeah, and I think like even like with the letters that she wrote for the boys at the wedding, like that was like, even though she's not on screen, it was like her being of writing these letters and being
Such
there
a mastermind.
Yeah, totally. I agree. So just for something different, I'm going to say Susanna. I do, but I'd love to say Connie, but Connie also has had some boo-boos.
We all
He
got
definitely has, but again, like he was dealing with his mum dying, so you know, I'm definitely a bit more forgiving. Whereas, like, I feel like Jeremiah was just like an arsehole the whole time.
And
but
you can just see, like, and to be honest, I actually think the show is so clever because they've even developed like the relationship so well with their father and how that's obviously affected them, like, which I think is really smart. Like, it's good writing, I feel. Like,
I agree.
you know,
It's
it's
a
like,
great character towards the end of the season.
yeah, absolutely. And just even like, you know, for Jeremiah, I kind of felt bad for him in the end because you just realize all he wants to do is be accepted by his dad and be idolized like he idolized Conrad. And it's like, you know, that's where my heart was like, oh, I feel bad for you. Like you can't even, I don't know, even the girl you love probably doesn't even love you, really.
I
Like-
know, it's so sad. Although, yeah, I do have to say, speaking of Jeremiah, I know this is one of your questions, Nick, but
No, go for it.
I think the biggest loser of the show is Jeremiah, poor guy. And like, I hope that actor like can go on to some fame because I feel like he just got so much hate, and that I think he did a really great job with Jeremiah. And so yeah, I do hope that it doesn't like kind of translate over to the actor.
No, I don't think it will. But I agree. Although the only thing was the scene when Conrad and Jeremiah got into a fight
At the cemetery?
Yes, and
Yeah.
I think he like hit Conrad or something. I can't remember exactly, but I just remember thinking, God, that was terrible. So maybe
Oh, jeez.
maybe just a little tip from Reed, the professional actor, to Jeremiah.
You want the masculinity to look a little bit more masculine.
Yeah.
I
Like,
definitely
you know,
think the way he cried was like, yeah, a bit cringy, but
Yeah.
yeah, I just think I was pretty shocked at how much everyone really turned on him this season. Because in past seasons, I really do think there had been a lot of like Team Jeremiah love.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, obviously Conrad was a bit of a dick last season. But I don't think there was like one Team Jeremiah fan left this season, honestly. It just completely showed the way.
no.
I was like, fuck this guy.
Genuinely. And I think yet again that's good writing. You know, like she's kind of painted the picture for us, and we've gone in and we've accepted it. And I agree, Team Connie forever.
I'm
Connie
good acting too. I mean, I feel like, it is hard. Like, obviously, there's a lot of cringe to this work, but I loved it. I was really in on everyone. And so, yeah, I think they did a great job. Big fan.
Absolutely.
The summer turned pretty plain, landed well, but it's about to take off again when this movie comes on out, whenever it comes on out. The finality to the finale. We're getting more. So what I've taken away from this is everyone's Team Conrad, rightfully so. The plane landed. Everyone's happy with the finale. We want more, but only if it's good.
Yeah, as long as we're not breaking them up, basically, or creating some.
Imagine that. What a cop out that would be after you've gone through this whole emotional journey that you're invested in.
Yeah.
For them to fuck it.
Well, that's again like Sex and the City with like Mr. Big dying, and I'm just like, we need to do this. Like, yeah, God forbid if like Conrad dies in the movie. Like,
Yeah, I know.
I think I'm like gonna be like suing Amazon or something.
Yeah.
Double down on it and he dies and she gets with Jeremiah would be the worst you can do.
That's like How I Met Your Mother. Like,
I'm hoping Jenny Han is far more acutely aware of what the fans want. So
I think so. Yeah.
Well, thank you both for breaking that down and talking about it with me. Will I watch it? Probably not, but that's okay. Not everything's made for everyone, but I appreciate the passion.
Definitely very feminine shows.
Yeah, totally.
And you know what? I'm not one to pass it up, but there's a lot of shows out there to watch that that you can hear us talk about on the World of Screens podcast every week with Josh. But thank you both for bringing your expertise and your passion about this show. I hope people listening get some catharsis as well out of the way you've broken it all down. So thank you, Ash, for coming on. Thank you, Rhi, for coming in.
Thank you.
And chatting all about it. I'm sure we'll get you back on soon. You can head to worldofscreens.com, subscribe to our emailing list there, subscribe to wherever you're listening to us or watching this on the internet. What's coming up? We're talking a big, bold, beautiful journey.
Mother of God.
And if you want to see why that's the reaction, go read Ash's review on the website now. The Bad Guys 2, we'll be talking about that. We got so much TV out. Black Rabbit's just come out. Gen V Season 2's come out. We'll be talking about that. Pete is back from TIFF, so I'm going to get Pete and Ash on. We're going to do a big TIFF deep dive about what was hot and what was not at TIFF and what's going to be talked about come award season. So there's plenty of stuff coming out. But thank you all again.
No, thank you.
And we'll see you on the next episode of the World of Screens podcast.